Reggae has always been more than just music. It's a voice of resistance, a cry for justice, and a rhythm of rebellion. But some songs hit too hard, so hard they were banned. From political firestorms to spiritual warnings, these reggae anthems were silenced for challenging the system, sparking controversy, and refusing to be tamed. Here are 10 reggae songs that pushed the limits and paid the price. Legalize It. Legalize It is the debut solo album by Peter Tosh, a Jamaican singer-songwriter who was previously part of the Wailers with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer. Released in June 1976, the album gained attention not only for its music, but also for its powerful political message. Tosh wrote the title track, Legalize It, as a way to voice his frustrations with the Jamaican police, who frequently targeted him due to his Rastafarian beliefs and cannabis use. The song boldly advocated for the legalization of substances, particularly for medical purposes. In interviews, Tosh expressed his anger over the victimization and colonialism faced by people like him, stating in 1977 that they were victims of harsh circumstances that could lead to violence. When Legalize It was released in 1975, it was banned from Jamaican radio, but Tosh refused to be silenced. He took out an advertisement in a Jamaican newspaper to publish the song's lyrics for all to see. Rather than suppressing the song, the ban only increased its popularity and propelled Tosh to international recognition. In the UK, the Independent Broadcasting Authority attempted to prevent the song from being played on independent radio stations, claiming it violated laws regarding substance regulations. They even halted advertisements for the song and album on the radio. The album was released in the United States in June 1976, where it reached number 199 on the Billboard 200 chart and remained there for 2 weeks. Years later, in 1999, the album was officially certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, indicating it had sold over 1 million copies. Rastas Never Die. Lucky Dube, a Rastafarian musician, released his album Rastas Never Die in 1984. His music addressed significant issues such as racism, injustice, and poverty, resonating particularly with those living under apartheid in South Africa. Initially, Dube performed with a group called the Super Soul, playing a popular local style known as Mbakanga, which garnered him considerable success. However, during his performances, he noticed that audiences responded more enthusiastically to his reggae songs. Influenced by Jamaican reggae icons like Jimmy Cliff and Peter Tosh, he recognized that their messages of freedom and justice could resonate with South Africans as well. This realization led him to fully embrace reggae in 1984 with the release of Rastas Never Die. The South African government banned the album in 1985 due to its lyrics criticizing war, crime, and apartheid, particularly uncomfortable with the song War and Crime. Despite the government's opposition to music that challenged their authority, Dube persevered and released another album, Think About the Children, which became a significant success and helped him gain international recognition. Bad Card, Bob Marley and the Wailers, 1980. Bob Marley and the Wailers were a renowned Jamaican band known for their ska, rocksteady, and reggae music. The group was formed in 1963 by 3 gifted young men, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer. In the early 1970s, they collaborated with prominent Jamaican music producers and released 4 albums. Their big break came in 1972 when they signed with Island Records, but not everything went as planned. By 1974, both Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer left the band due to dissatisfaction with the label's treatment and differing visions for their music and message. Bob Marley decided to continue and reformed the Wailers, adding female backup singers, including his wife Rita Marley. With this new lineup, Bob Marley and the Wailers released 7 more albums, one of which was The Significant Uprising, released in 1980. This was the last album Marley put out while he was alive. The song Bad Card from the album caused controversy in Jamaica as the government attempted to ban it from the radio, deeming it too political. Despite Marley's support for the People's National Party, both major political parties in Jamaica used songs like Bad Card and Coming In From the Cold in their campaign advertisements. Despite the controversy, the Uprising album performed exceptionally well in the UK, reaching the top 10 on the U.S. album charts and making it onto the Billboard charts. Cocoa Tea, No Blood for Oil. Cocoa Tea, a reggae artist from Jamaica, began his singing career at the age of 14 in 1974. He recorded his first track, Searching in the Hills, with Little Willie Records, but it failed to gain popularity, leading him to take a break from music and explore other jobs, including working as a jockey and a fisherman. After a few years, he returned to performing, this time on sound systems, where he sang live, regained his confidence, and gradually re-entered the music scene. His breakthrough came in 1984 when he signed with Volcano label and adopted the stage name Cocoa Tea. He released hit songs like Rocking Dolly and I Lost My Sonia, which helped propel his career forward. Over the years, Cocoa Tea continued to produce music that resonated with audiences. In the 1990s, he gained recognition not only for his romantic ballads, but also for his powerful songs addressing themes of war and injustice. One of his most notable tracks from this period was No Blood for Oil, written during the First Gulf War in 1990. While many artists chose to remain silent about the conflict, Cocoa Tea, alongside producer Mikey Bennett, created a poignant protest song that condemned wars fought for oil. The song's strong message sparked controversy, leading to its ban in Jamaica and refusal by UK radio stations to play it, yet it still managed to make a significant impact. Ben's Punani Song by Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel is a well-known and controversial dancehall artist from Jamaica, recognized for his provocative lyrics, bold persona, and songs that often challenge societal norms. Rolling Stone, a prominent music magazine, once referred to him as a folk hero in Jamaica, whose content makes some people uncomfortable. In the early to mid-2000s, Vybz Kartel emerged as a significant figure in Jamaican music, releasing numerous hits like Bend Like Banana, which were energetic, humorous, and sexually charged. Despite Jamaica's ban on a genre called daggering, which features highly explicit songs, Vybz Kartel continued to thrive in the music scene. However, with his rising fame came increased controversy. In 2004, he was initially nominated for the UK Music of Black Origin (MOBO) Awards, but the nomination was rescinded due to the homophobic nature of some of his lyrics. He also broke a significant cultural taboo by openly discussing oral sex, a topic many in Jamaica considered shameful. Over time, some countries began to react against him. In 2011, the government banned Vybz Kartel's music, claiming his songs were filled with obscene language and lacked positive messages for listeners, expressing concern about his potential negative influence on the youth. No Joshua No by Max Romeo. Max Romeo, a Jamaican singer, released the song No Joshua No in 1976, which was aimed at Michael Manley, the Prime Minister of Jamaica and leader of the People's National Party, PNP, at the time. Previously, Romeo had been a strong supporter of Manley, even creating songs that praised him, such as Press Along Joshua, while criticizing their political rival, Edward Seaga, and the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP. One of Romeo's notable hits during this period was Let the Power Fall on I, which became the official campaign anthem for the PNP. He also toured rural Jamaica with artists like Bob Marley to rally support for Manley and the PNP during the elections. However, after the PNP came to power, Romeo observed that conditions for the poor, who had voted for Manley with hope, were not improving. This prompted him to write No Joshua No, a song that served as a gentle reminder to the Prime Minister about the ongoing struggles of the poor. Manley took notice of Romeo's message and began implementing social programs and land reforms to assist those in need. However, speaking out came with consequences. Romeo later revealed that he faced repercussions for his honest lyrics, stating in an interview that his records were banned. In Jamaica, a special committee at radio stations would review songs before they were aired, and if the lyrics were deemed too political or critical, they would be rejected, which often happened to Romeo's music due to its focus on societal issues. Wet Dream by Max Romeo. Wet Dream by Max Romeo, released in 1968, is one such track. The Jamaican reggae artist recorded this song, which unexpectedly became a major hit, despite its contentious nature. Originally, the music was intended for another artist, Derek Morgan, who declined to sing it, as did other well-known singers like John Holt and Slim Smith. Eventually, the producers approached Max Romeo, who had penned the lyrics, and urged him to record it himself. Initially reluctant, Romeo turned them down multiple times until the renowned producer Bunny Lee convinced him to go ahead with it. Although Wet Dream was released in 1968, it didn't gain traction until a year later, becoming popular in Jamaica and then making its way to the UK. By August 1969, it had reached number 10 on the charts. However, the song's explicit lyrics drew criticism, and despite Romeo's humorous claim that it was about a leaky roof, many listeners were not convinced, particularly due to provocative lines like, "Give the fanny to me." This led to the BBC and several radio stations banning the song, with the BBC only airing it twice before removing it from their playlist. Ironically, this ban increased the song's popularity, especially among rebellious British skinheads, who adopted it as their protest anthem against the establishment. Romeo noted that the skinheads embraced the song as a symbol of their fight against the system. Radio DJs were even prohibited from mentioning the title, referring to it simply as a record by Max Romeo in the Netherlands, where it was renamed The Dream to avoid issues. Despite the controversy, the song still reached number 11 in the Netherlands and became the best-selling single on Palmer Records' Unity label, selling over 250,000 copies. It was also featured on Max Romeo's debut album, A Dream, released in 1969.